Hey, welcome back to the show. We've been drinking MMA, guys. This is Backhand, and they got Lousy over here with me, and we're predicting the fights for UFC on ESPN, Sanhagen Vera. And this is the third fight on the card. It's Andrea Lee versus Maycee Barber, and this is 125 pounds. Both ranked fighters. I'm going to go with, in my opinion, I feel like Barber is the better fighter. However, she throws a lot of hooks, and Lee likes to throw straight punches. So for me, I like it going the distance. So I'm going for the betting that it's going to go all 3 rounds.
So it's gonna go to a decision, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a pretty good bet. I think that's a legit like almost a lock bet.
Yeah.
I think Maycee Barber is just gonna win outright. If that means knockout or a decision, I don't think it's gonna be a submission or anything, man. I think it's an easy win for Maycee Barber. Andrea Lee is 10 years older than Maycee. She's a kickboxer style type fighter. She's a volume puncher. She doubles up on her jabs, which actually is kind of a good thing. And then she either follows up with a big hook or a some type of like leg kick or a side kick to the body. What I like about Andrea Lee too is not that she's done with it, but she's not afraid to get hit. She's in there to fight. She's not in there to like do the 1-2 dance. And then afraid to get hit and then waiting to get hit or whatever. She's in there to actually fight. So
Yeah.
I like that about Andrea.
Definitely.
I actually like that about Maycee too. She's actually has some pressure to her. She's not afraid to get hit either, but like she's not there to get hit, but she's not afraid to get hit.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
Totally makes sense. And I totally see what you're saying. I mean, Andrea Lee, she'll throw combinations like you're saying, 2 punches and then a kick. Not afraid to just get hit a little bit to throw 2 or 3 strikes and have 1 or 2 of her strikes land and just get clipped on the mouth a little bit. Maycee, same thing. When she comes in, she'll throw with 1 or 2 hooks, sometimes 3 hooks even, and with heat. And again, she does not mind going into the hornet's nest and getting stung a little bit to try and land some really heavy, and she has really fast strikes. So I agree. I think Maycee definitely has the edge. She's minus 270, $270 to make $100. She's the favorite. I just think though that when you're throwing hooks like that, she throws like exclusively hooks and overhand punches, so looping punches and hooks. When that type of stuff happens, the straight puncher like Andrea Lee, even though Andrea Lee's punches are much slower, she has a decent amount of heat on. Not too much heat, but it's like they're purposeful. They're full punches, a little bit slower definitely than Maycee's, but she'll connect here and there. And when she does connect, I feel like Maycee might think twice then to come in just throwing hooks with like huge speed and all that. And because of that, I think it'll turn into more of kind of like let's back up a little bit, let Andrea lead the dance rather than Maycee just trying to go forward and take over the fight. Because of that, I feel like the straight puncher can beat Maycee Barber to the punch a little bit, but Maycee will, I think, win on points probably. But in case Andrea Lee, just the style matchup kind of gets to Maycee and Maycee gets a little bit annoyed by it, whatever, or whatever, maybe Maycee comes in with a little injury, then the straight punches can start to land a little bit more for Andrea Lee, and you never know. Either way, Andrea Lee won't be able to finish. A great, great athlete. Maycee Barber is a future contender, wouldn't you say?
100%. She might fight for the belt if she keeps on going the way she's going. Andrea Lee looks like the youngest aunt of the family, and then Maycee Barber is like the oldest niece, oldest kid, and then they have like a family reunion and they disagree. Why are you talking about my boyfriend like that? And then this fight, and I'm going for Backhand's going to disagree with me on this, but I think this is going to be fight of the night.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow. They do like
there's
to. There's
Vera Sanhagen.
Yeah.
There is next one up is Landwehr Ringo, but like I think with the style matchups, it might be. I don't think anybody's getting knocked out, but there's gonna be a lot of volume, and I like that.
Man, I gotta say, I think the 3 fights you mentioned, Andrea Lee versus Maycee Barber, which we're talking about, the main event, Sanhagen versus Vera, and the Lingo versus what's it, Verd? Landwehr Lingo. Maybe all 3 of these fights are fight of the night contenders for different fight cards, but the fact they're on the same one is almost like insane to see that there might be actually 3 fight of the nights in one night.
Right.
But I understand totally what you're saying because these guys truly I mean, these two women will go forward, and again, they don't mind getting hit. Whereas, and the other fighters, they don't, the main event, they're going to keep the distance a little bit better, so less chance for fight of the night. Then the other fight, which is Lingo Landwehr, that one is one of those fights where, Landwehr could take over.
Style mismatch.
Yeah, it could be like a takeover for Landwehr. So I understand what you're saying. This could be fight of the night. I get it, man. Sounds good. I mean, you get me hyped for this fight now. So.
Yeah. So what I'm going for is a Maycee Barber win.
Yeah.
And if you want to put a little spice to it, go the distance. Actually, it might be a smarter bet is going the distance.
Yeah, for me, because Lee can kind of beat the hooks to the punch with the straight punches. The straight punches is always the quickest. Doubles up. She can go 1-2, 1, and then two lefts, straight punches, and then she does the leg kicks. Not saying that she's going to necessarily beat Maycee Barber, but if she steals the first round somehow, just because she surprises Maycee with that style matchup of the straight punches versus Maycee's hooks, then if Maycee loses the first round, Maycee will be like minus $150 to make 100 rather than 270, so it's cheaper. So it's a great chance for a live bet. That's why I'm kind of hoping for, and then maybe I can get a little bet on Barber. We'll see what happens, but definitely the distance, and you're going with Barber. Smart. She's a future contender.
Money line Barber. That's what I'm going for. Thanks for listening, everybody.